Welcome back. And we're going to begin covering the gift, which is essentially the second day of the harmonic we're referencing here, which is the 46th harmonic, which is gene key and codon number 39. It is the first harmonic of 5 in the 10th harmonic run, which is the architect chakra. Did you catch all that? Okay, so let us continue. The 39th gift, dynamism, the pressure of creativity. As you activate the higher frequency of this gene key, you begin to have a notion of the nature of the energy that drives all children. As we know, children seem to have endless energy that just crackles in the very air around them. Many parents are literally dumbfounded by how active children are every moment they are awake. This is the raw energy of the 39th gift, the 39th gift of dynamism. It is interesting to note how, as you make the transition from child to adult and your personal and cultural conditioning gradually takes you over, you also experience a decline in your natural dynamism. By the age of 7 years old, most of your inherent patterns are already set in stone. It is therefore essential that children be given enormous amounts of time and space within their first 7 years, as their natural dynamism needs to flow in an unimpeded manner. Of course, children need boundaries, but primarily in their first 7 years, all they really need to do is play. Play is dynamism exemplified. It is the unbridled expression of the basic energy of life. Sadly, in many cultures, most Western children are sent to school at some point within their first 7 years, and their natural 7-year cycle of unstructured play is interrupted. The early emphasis on mental learning interferes with the child's basic genetic needs to express its dynamism through its body, rather than through its mind. One of the reasons for modern society's insistence on early learning is our misunderstanding of the difference between knowledge and genius. There is a collective belief that genius is something of a freak occurrence, that is somehow not the norm. There is also a collective belief that genius has to do with knowledge rather than intelligence. But truth, genius has nothing to do with the mind. Even though it can manifest through the mind. Genius is simply the fruit of a natural intelligence that has not been interfered with, whereas knowledge can be forced. Genius needs to be given a great deal of time and space to develop organically. The first 7 years of a child's life is the natural seeding time of their later genius. Having said all of that, the news is not all bad. No matter how good or bad your upbringing may have been, all conditioning can be reversed. However, this deconditioning usually involves a journey of awakening in which you have to raise your own frequency back to its original state. When this occurs, your natural dynamism returns, and it returns as creativity. The same energy that is play for the young child matures into creativity and genius in adults. One of the simplest and quickest ways to raise your frequency is to simply do what you love in life. If you do what you truly love, you will unleash your creative dynamism. And the more creative you are, the more energy becomes available to you. This is the simple equation that is missed by so many people. As with each of the gene keys that are a part of this codon ring, the ring of seeking the 39th gift creates enormous pressure in the individual and their immediate environment. It is this pressure that gives rise to so much creativity. The same pressure that was provocative at a low frequency is also provocative at a higher frequency, but it is a matter of what you provoke. At the low frequency, fear provokes fear, and anger provokes anger. At the higher frequency level of the 39th gift, dynamism can be contagious. Whenever you meet someone expressing their latent genius, it draws you in. In such a person's presence, you feel capable of so much more, and your horizons expand as you begin to breathe fully once again. You will be amazed at how prolific people of genius can be in terms of their creativity. They never seem to run out of energy, as though they are being driven by a force beyond themselves. This is the 39th gift in action. It is about action and energy. It doesn't wait, but initiates, pushes, sparks, and catalyzes. A person living out the 39th gift unleashes a tidal wave of creative activity wherever they go. The other aspect of the 39th gift is that it knows no fear. This is the true spirit of the warrior. There are many grades of warrior. There are those who simply fight unconsciously because they cannot help it. These are the people who cannot resist whatever it is that has provoked them to action. But there are higher types of warrior too. Those who are provoked, those who are provoked, but who manage to control and direct their anger. Because these people are operating at a higher frequency of awareness. They will defeat those who cannot control their anger, because even this, at the acidic level, are those rare warriors who cannot be provoked at all. They have seen the nature of reality, they have seen the nature of reality. There are no individuals in the first place, which makes it impossible to play the game of conflict anymore. In conclusion, we can see that at the gift level of frequency, the same energy that gives rise to violence becomes creative action. The provocative energy of this gene key is no longer used in reaction, but is now used in the service of provoking creativity and freedom in others. The energy of the 39th gift is not afraid of hurting another person's feelings if it means breaking them out of a lower frequency energy pattern. The pressure of dynamism cannot help but create more dynamism. The real essence of this 39th gift is thus to touch other people's spirits in a way that helps them break out of their traps and into higher levels of freedom and energy. Very relevant. Well, that's going to end the gift portion of this section here. Stay tuned for the city.